the About Town with Friends at the About Town Media broadcast station. We're coming to you live from the Village Exchange Center. Just like what we told you on our events, that we were having a little impromptu cocktail party, just a send-off for our girl, Erica Quinn, who is representing our state this year in the 2019 Miss America Plus Size Pageant. Did I say that right?
Miss Plus America Pageant.
Miss Plus America Pageant. That's right. Man, you know, it's about time. You know, it's about our town, it's about your town, it's about our town on About Town Media broadcast station. Listen to us on TuneIn. Tune in, download the app, and say About Town Media, ATMBS 5280, and love us, and you'll be able to hear us all of the time. You can listen to us on YouTube, About Town Media, ATMBS 5280 YouTube, and we are going to be doing a lot of TV, you know, because it's all about social media and what's going on. You know, YouTube has totally changed the way we look at TV. Everything is live. Hardly anything is recorded and mastered, all these old-fashioned ways. We're definitely doing it right for today and today. Now, a great thing going on today is that suddenly somebody said, I'm not gonna body shame any longer. You know, the Lord made me the way I am, and that's who I am. I am who I am, and that's who I is. Ah, that's who I is. Miss Erica, give me your thoughts on this, because this is very important. It's important for our daughters and our sons growing up, our future, that, hey, you know, you should be happy of who you are. Is that not right? Tell us a little bit. Tell us all about it.
That is right, and I'm honored to represent the state of Colorado as Miss Colorado Plus America 2019. I will be leaving Monday at 11 p.m. heading to South Carolina to compete in the Miss Plus America National Pageant, full of some of the most beautiful plus size women, size 14 and more. And as you know, if you look at society today, a size 8 is not average anymore.
Size 8 is not average. It really isn't. I think even Marilyn Monroe, I was so shocked. I was watching one of the Marilyn Monroe old, you know, classic movies. I think that was The Misfits. And she says, he said, what size are you? And she says, a perfect 12. Marilyn Monroe was a perfect 12. Not a Twiggy size 1.
Exactly.
Tell us a little bit about that. She was the hottest woman on the face of the earth at the time. Ava Gardner wore a perfect size 12. What is that?
Right, that's plus size.
That's plus size. So go ahead and tell us more.
So I am excited to represent the plus size women, not just here in Colorado, but all over, because it's important that women understand. Well, let me back up. First of all, it's important for society to understand that all women who are plus size are not plus size because they sit around, they eat chips all day, they don't do anything. Plus size women are some of the most active women that are out there. They're running, they're working out, they do Pilates, they do Zumba, they do water aerobics, they are running after kids all day, they walk. They're very, 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 very active. And so a lot of times people have this misconception that because you're plus size, and I'm so glad we don't say overweight anymore.
Yeah.
But because you're plus size, that you're a non-active individual.
Right.
A lot of people who are plus size, one, a lot of it has to do with genetics and the way their body is just made up. I'm a big boned girl, and so it was just natural. I was not ever going to be a size 8.
I was never going to be a size 6.
Ever. That just was not going to happen for me. And then some are plus size because they've had something traumatic happen in their lives.
Okay.
A loss of a child,
okay.
a loss of a husband, maybe they were abused, or something like that. And so when abuse or trauma happens, it affects the body. And people don't realize that. Sometimes it's because you eat when you're depressed, and when you're happy, you eat. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's not because I just want to eat all day. There are reasons that those things happen. And so I'm glad that there is the Miss Plus America pageant that is breaking down those barriers, dispelling those myths, and showing that we are plus size women who are vivacious, who are spunky, who are sassy, who are sexy, who are intelligent, and who are absolutely necessary, because you couldn't have a world without us.
Wow. Couldn't have the world without us. That's right. Now, you know, when I put out the word that I was having a little impromptu cocktail party here at the Village Exchange. Also, what's going on in the Village Exchange is the Congolese Glory Ministry. They're having their yearly revival, and it was pretty crazy up there, wasn't it? There's just tons of people here from the Congo, and they are worshiping and praising. And the Congolese Glory Choir is unbelievable, but all of the acts that were coming through, all the different choirs that were coming through from all over the world were just phenomenal. So you will see a lot of what I put out. I know you saw what I put out this morning. We were definitely in the praise and worship here. But, you know, none of those women are size 1.
Not at all. And as a matter of fact, in Africa, the bigger you are, the wealthier you are. It's not about money, it's about healthy. And so...
and skinny means that you're starving, right?
I'm probably pretty rich if I go...
I bet you are. Well, you're pretty gorgeous, number one. You're very gorgeous, number one. I know you have your husband here. Hey, let's get a quick shout out. How are you doing? You're definitely supporting Erica. How do you feel about the plus size movement? Just tell us how you feel about the plus size movement. I mean, what's in your heart?
I like it.
Yeah, is it real for you? Because I know I did get I did get some negative feedback from men. You know, I was surprised, some brothers, you know, that said, hey, you know, you gotta be slim. What do you feel about that? I think it's just a mentality. Because what's the reality?
I think that attractive is a person's personal perception.
Yes.
And everybody don't like skinny.
Right.
You know, I mean, people are beautiful for who they are. You know, I don't distinguish or discriminate anybody for size, thin or plus size. You know, but beauty ain't just held in one category of people. You know, it doesn't mean because you slim that you're more beautiful than somebody that's plus size. That's just ludicrous.
That's ludicrous. Oh, he said ludicrous.
There's some beautiful plus size women. I mean, as far as quote magazine type, facial and demographic, but the soul of a person is what brings out the quality of attraction for me. You know, if you're a beautiful person on the inside, you're beautiful on the outside. Mm-hmm. Everything doesn't matter because what do you call it?
What do you think? Because of what? Her persona?
No, but you know, visuals.
Visual
stimulation, visual attraction. Now everybody is going to be attracted to somebody that they're attracted to first because of the visual stimulation. But when you get past that, a person is not just what they look like, it's who they are. Because I've met some very ugly, pretty people.
Oh, say that.
Beautiful, so not so attractive, or so-called not attractive people.
Yeah.
But I think it's an individual taste, it's an individual style. And like my girl said, you know, it don't make no difference if you plus size or not. These plus size women are not lazy. You know, I think in actuality, they do more than a lot of the slimmer women, because I think some of the slimmer women get the idea that they ain't got to do a lot because they're too cute. You know,
that's
so
good. That's good.
some of the more
When you think,
voluptuous
yeah.
women, you know, they do because this is what I have to do. You know,
Right.
I ain't sitting around just trying to wait on somebody to do something for me. You know, I'm gonna get this myself. You know.
Exactly.
Very, very forward thinking, active, creative. You know, my girl, she's an author. She's an entrepreneur. You know, she's a beauty queen. So, I mean,
What
it's
more
not-
could a brother ask for?
it's not about size. It's
Right.
about character.
It's about character.
It's about who you are.
Yes.
You know, and I love a bit low. So,
Now,
you're asking
see,
the right question about that.
that is so good, you know, and that rings true to my heart. And I want to thank you, and I'm so proud of you for being articulate, you know, because so often they say, oh, you know, a black man can't articulate his true feelings. You just articulated the feelings of 1,000 black men, and I thank you for that. I do, because that's what a woman, any woman, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, that's what she wants to hear. You know, she wants to hear that a man loves her for all of her character, and, you know, for all that she does. And you're an author. What have you written?
So I'm currently working on book number 10.
Book number 10.
Yes.
Wow, that's all I can say is wow.
So I'm kind of eclectic. I write inspirational, I write poetry, I write urban romance type work. And the book that I'm currently working on happens to tie in with my platform for the Miss Plus America pageant.
And what is that?
My platform is His Healing Hands. It's an organization that supports, reaches out to women who have been molested, abused, raped, and circumcised,
Wow.
being marked.
Yes.
And I myself was molested as a child. I was abused as an adult. I was raped as a teenager. And so this ministry is very near and dear to me because it is through this ministry that my healing began. Now, my healing didn't begin until I was almost 40, because it wasn't until 33 that I had an event of someone else that triggered the memories in my own self.
Okay.
And so a lot of people have this conception when they see women come out talking about this person did this to me, or that person, or my dad did this to me, and they're in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and they go, well, why are you waiting till now? Because it's called suppression. And we suppress when you don't have an outlet and there's no one there for you to talk through that. And you know, back when I was a kid, if I went and said somebody touched me or did something to me, 9 times out of 10, I wasn't heard. Oh, that didn't happen, just go sit down. So you suppress it. And you suppress it so deep that you literally, in a sense, forget about it. It's never really gone, but you forget about it. And then something usually happens that triggers this flood, and you don't understand where all these memories are coming from. And mine were so vivid, it was like I was there.
Wow. Wow.
And so I remembered smells. I remembered what the weather was like. I remembered what the locations looked like, if it was daylight, if it was nighttime, if it was fall, if it was, like, I remembered all of these things. And so it was at age 33 was the first time that I shared with my mom about me being molested. And wasn't ready to go any further than that, but just to share that with her. But during that time, I became more and more involved with His Healing Hands, which happens to be her nonprofit organization.
His Healing Hands.
His Healing Hands. And I would attend the retreats, the women's retreats that she would have. And each retreat, I would just more and more and more begin to break off of me, and more understanding began to happen for me. And so right now I am in my healing process. And it is said that when something like that dramatically happens to you when you were a child, let's say it was 15 years ago, it takes about 30 years for you to truly get through all of that, because it affects every single part of your life. I didn't understand why I would self-sabotage myself, would have a good job and be doing good, and all of a sudden I would do something to cause myself to get fired. I couldn't understand.
People do that.
I couldn't understand why what am I trying to say? I couldn't understand why I felt the only way that I could get love was if I gave myself to somebody.
Okay.
I couldn't understand, like there's just so many I couldn't understand why I can't keep money in a savings account. It affects every single part of your life. So you've got to learn and grow and retrain and redevelop every facet of your life. And I heard someone say on the Brother Jeff show a couple weeks ago, and I told him that I was going to steal this and put this in my book, but he said trauma is either transformed or transferred. And for a long time, my trauma was being transferred on how I raised my kids, transferred on how I dealt with other people. But now that I'm healing, I'm learning to transform that. And part of that transforming is my book, my number 10 book that I'm writing, which is entitled You Know My Name, But Not My Story.
Know my name, but not my story.
There are people who have known me all my life, but they have no idea what my story really is.
Now, let me ask you just to go back a little bit. I know that you said that you felt that if you had told your mom at that time, you know, she probably wouldn't have really heard you. Now, she has a ministry now called His Healing Hands. What is that all about? And was that due to some things that she learned about you, or?
Actually, His Healing Hand for her was birthed out of her travels to Africa. She's been to 13 countries.
Wow.
And the hurting women there just really began to pull at her heart. And so initially it was a outreach to the women of Sierra Leone, the women of Zimbabwe, the women of Ghana, the women of Uganda, like all the places that she went to reach out to them, because as you know, over there culturally they are circumcised at a young age, starting at, I believe it's, if I'm correct, it's age 11, I believe. And it's not the men that do the circumcision.
It's the women.
It's the women that circumcise these young women. And so her heart just began, and then to see the abuse, we think we got abuse over here, the abuse that happens, I mean, women lose limbs, and I mean, just all kind of stuff over there in abusive relationships, but they have nowhere to go.